It is. And you know what? Speaking of Michigan, they've been playing with terrible, terrible quarterback depth all year long. JJ can't get hurt. I mean, it's obviously, I mean, it's devastating for any starting quarterback to get hurt, right? I mean, but you can have a decent backup. You may not win the national championship with that backup, but generally you need someone. JJ has nobody behind him right now. And we just heard Jadyn Davis was just a lock, 5-star lock in the 24 class as well. Just like Dylan, he was supposed to commit to Michigan last week, and now he's just postponed that. Like awesome quarterback. We were super excited, but I think that might have something to do with NIL as well.
Wasn't that a kid that, because I remember seeing his name initially associated with Ohio State until they had Raiola. Like they were looking at Jadyn Davis.
A lot of teams are looking at Jadyn Davis. He's looking at Georgia. He's looking at Bama. I mean, all the top. I mean, he's
all the big ones.
He's a top 25 overall player in the 24 class, and he's a quarterback. Yeah. So Michigan.
Well, and let me ask you. So let me ask you this, Nate. From a Michigan standpoint, same deal. If you know that J.J. McCarthy could have 2 more years potentially as the starter there. Are you and you're a high school quarterback? Are you in a hurry to go there? Because you're not playing. You're certainly not playing next year. You may not even play the following year.
There's
no guarantee.
Michigan's got a lot going against him right now as far as recruiting goes. Number one, like you just said, the quarterback situation. I mean, chances are any quarterback is going to stay there and redshirt for their first year. I think that's if they're getting on NIL. I think they're good if they know they're going to be the starter next year. But right now, I mean, our coach just tried to go to the NFL last year and failed or decided not to, whatever happened there. And so he's obviously wanting to go, or he showed he wanted to go. So why would you go there? It doesn't make any sense for, a kid to come there if they're hoping Harbaugh's going to stay. So, I mean, it's just there's just many things going against Michigan right now. And it's showing in their class ranking too.
I would say it's probably 50-50 that he goes pro after this year.
It really could be. I mean, he would probably have, I don't know. I'm just looking at the jobs available or the possible jobs available coming up in the NFL, and they're not great. The Colts, that's not great. I mean, that's a bad job right now.
They lit up the Vikings today.
They did. I was 36-7 at one point.
Yeah.
Hey Nate,
crazy,
I got a question for you. If
Sure.
Harbaugh wins a national championship here, does that increase or decrease the opportunity? Decrease or increase the chance he goes to the pros?
I think it probably increases. I don't know if he's trying to get out or not. I don't know Harbaugh's thought process right now at all. I wouldn't be surprised either way, but I've thought about that too. If he wins a national championship, no one's going to blame him for leaving, right? I mean, well, we would. We wouldn't like that. Excuse me. But of course, yeah, I mean, he has an out. He can say, hey, I brought you back, won a national title. What are you going to do?
Right.
But he's also maybe jockeying. He's jockeying for one of those big shitty contracts, that other teams have gotten.
Look, he got embarrassed. They embarrassed him nationally in public when it came to taking his money away from him.
Mm-hmm.
And good on him for taking that personally and coming back. And it's that Jordan meme, and I took that personally. You just see he came back and kicked ass. I mean, and he did it with guys that, I mean, granted, he rated his brother's staff, but hey, that's what if you've got a brother who's been a, decades long success story in the NFL and has those guys, he's gone with younger guys, a lot like Saban. Saban realized his shortcomings, and Michigan was an awful offensive team for years, and through the Urban Meyer era, they never had an offense nearly as good as the offense has been the last 2 years.